Hello, Pisces. I am Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials. And today I am here to help you with facing your fears. You know, going to the darkness to find out what fears you may have that you will need to release to allow for the negativity and the baggage that you may be carrying, whether it be fears that you have, you know, known, or fears that you may not know of, that lurk in the dark. I am here today to discuss some things with you about your fears and how you can release them and let them go. So as you enter into the year of 2019, you know, it'll be open road, you know, clear. And then you won't have to worry about starting the new year off with extra baggage, you know, that rides your coattail, you know, lingers around. So what I'm going to do is use this deck, the Dark Mirror Oracle deck, Dark Mirror. And then I am going to get a spiritual message from Spirit and Angels for a spiritual guidance card. Then we are going to learn what needs to be released. And once we find out what needs to be released, then we are going to get an outcome card. You know? So here we go. Spirit. For Pisces. What are the fears they may face in the mid-month of December? Thank you. First card out is Gilded Regret. That's the first fear you have to overcome. Or one of the fears. Okay. Spirit, another for Pisces. Downcast pride. That's the second fear that you are going to face for the month of December. Spirit, another fear for Pisces. Thank you. You have triumph of lies. Triumph of lies. Now we're going to get a hidden wisdom message from Spirit. I use these cards all the time. This is how I communicate with spirits, angels. So, Spirit, for Pisces, what is the hidden message here for Gilded Regret? For Gilded Regret. Aggressive, isn't it? You have the Desert Prince. And this card upright represents survival. Going into survival mode. Adapting to your environment. Habitation. And that clarifies Gilded Regret. Excuse me. Spirit, clarify downcast of pride for Pisces. What is the hidden wisdom here? Thank you. You have the winged wise ones. Upright, this card speaks of angelic help. Right? Angelic help. so you can see it. Angelic help. Spirit, for Pisces, clarify, triumph of lies. Okay, real quick. Ooh, you have the Shadow Queen. Upright, she speaks about acquiring knowledge that you need to know. Or she could represent insecurities, because she is the Shadow Queen, so therefore she comes from the darkness to deliver a message. Okay, so Pisces, I read numbers and colors as well. Okay, so here we are going to start with this gilded regret. And this gilded regret is number 5. 5 represents change. And gilded regret speaks about you lingering in the past. Lingering in the past. It's something that you are holding on to that is keeping you stuck in the past. And this card is here to say that it's time for a change. And why is it time for a change? Because Pisces needs to go into survival mode to get out of this being stuck in the past. And the Desert Prince is 19, which is 10. And when you say 10, 0 holds no value, so therefore it is a 1. So 5 from the gilded regret plus the 1 from the Desert Prince is 6. This fear here, there needs to be a balance. That's the change. It needs to be a balance somewhere up in here. You know, in previous videos I talked about when you are in the present, living, you know, physically in the present, and you are thinking back in the past too much, in the present it leaves you stuck. Because your physical man or physical body is here, but your mind is in, you know, in the past. How can you move forward? You have to be able to make a decision to move forward. And if your head is in the past and your body is in the present, even if you was to make a decision to move forward, then therefore you would still be in 2 places at one time. Because now your head would come to the present, but your body would be in the future. So, considering the fact that that's not possible, there's no movement. And then, when you have someone living in the future, in their head, but their body is in the present, it's still a sense of being stuck. There's no movement there. And here it says 5, the number 5 here, gilded regret. This is what needs to change. What do you need to do to change this? You need to go into a survival mode and learn to adapt to your situation. And you have the strength behind you to do so. See that lion back there? Yeah. This card, when you break this 19 down to 10, and it drops down to that 1 because 0 has no value, it talks about 1. Singular. 1 person. 1 journey. And all it would take is 1 decision. one, acknowledgement of the strength that's behind you, the driving force behind you, pushing you forward. So now let's learn about what you need to surrender about you being stuck in the past. Because with you being stuck in the past, what are you really getting done in the present? Your head is behind you, not aligned with you, behind you. This card speaks about let me linger in the past for 5 more minutes. And you know what happens after those 5 minutes? And you realize that your time is up. You know what you ask for? Another 5 minutes. It's just like when you go to sleep and it's, you know, your alarm clock wakes up and go off. You want to hit that snooze button. Most of you do hit the snooze button. And you hit the snooze button about 2 or 3 times. Now you finally jump up. Oh, I'm 15 minutes on behind schedule. Same thing here. So I don't know what has you trapped in the past. Whether it's a situation that has occurred. People. You know, the idea of someone. And the actions that were taken. But listen. Leave the past in the past, right where it belongs. Because the more time you spend your presently time there in the past, that's time lost that you'll never get back. You just accumulating past time in the present, literally. And now, you know, I'm looking at this image, and in this image, this feminine figure, she has, I don't know what to call it, maybe a crown of thorns coming up from her head, and on some of these thorns there are stars, and also holding up this blue cloth on her body is a star. So the thorns represent past pain, because see how those thorns extend past her head. Past. And for every thorn there's a star. The star represents direction, missed opportunities, and you being a water sign, like myself, I'm a Scorpio, you feel all of that, right? And you feel it so hard and so loud that you wear it on your sleeve, literally. Pisces, it's time to go beyond this, beyond. Let the pain go. It is all it's doing. It's just growing, 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 growing. Because you're holding on, holding on, holding on. But at the end of the day, peace is here. Calming, relaxing is here. You see all this blue? Everywhere. It's blue cloth, draped around with remnants of white. Blue is calming. Blue represents relaxing. And this, you need to do this to get past this pain. You need to relax. You need to learn to let it go. When you let things go, like, you know, there is no tensing there. There's no tension there within your body, within your head. Yep. And you see these moon phases here? Crescent moon. things that are hidden coming back to the surface. The pain. That's why there's a call for change here. 5. And once you realize and recognize and understand that what's done in the past is just that, in the past, you will learn to adapt to that. That's why the Desert Prince is here. And he represents one you, one journey, one thought. Because all it takes is one thought to literally let go of that past regret. You lingering there. No forward movement. And honestly, when you think back in the past and you say, dang, I should have said this, I should have did that. At the end of the day, what are you accomplishing? Because you cannot go back and say, well, let's erase this part of the conversation and I'll add this in there. Because it's the past. A waste of time. Because things that are in the past, you know what that means? Those are things and situations you should have learned from. But maybe you're not at that learning stage of or experience stage because you're still lingering there. Time to let go, Pisces. Now, let's find out what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted, okay? Spirit. For Pisces. Clarify. Gilded regret. What needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted? It says surrender to silence. The calming, is it? The letting go. I just told you that calming is here. Calming is the peace. And what can you find within peace? Silence. It says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go, let go of this, that gilded regret, and enter the stillness within. The stillness within you. Look how still that lion sits, waiting for the perfect moment to kick in, run in, take action. Silence can heal and replenish you. Look at this young man in this picture. He looked replenished to me. All the muscles everywhere. He healthy. And then let's not forget that he has a spear in his hand. Now that spear there could represent mentality, the mental, because that spear is like a sword, the logic, the mental state. But at the end of the day, you see the sword, you see him, you see that lion, but guess what else is here? The water. That's water. You don't see that wave right there? You know what water represents? Pisces. Life. Life, creation. Creation, life. You have to have water to bring forth a living creation, a live creation. Also, water represents the it works as a cleaner. It washes away all the pain, all the guilt. Water's like fire. They purify. The water washes all this pain and hurt away. So once you let go of this, Because when you learn to let go of that, you learn how to survive. And the survival mode here is the lesson learned. And here, Spirit is telling you it's time to meditate and go into a quiet place. Peace. Get your thoughts together in this meditation, peaceful state. Right? Get your thoughts together, meaning come out of the past. Your mind, bring it from the past and align it with your present body. Because technically, presently, you could be working on your present self or preparing your present self for the future. Not living in the future, not going in the future, but making a couple of moves so that you are prepared in your future. And you can achieve this with this silence here. But before you can think about the future, you have to align your head with your body in the present. So now that we have surrendered to silence, let's see what is the outcome for this surrender to silence. Okay? Spirit, for Pisces, once they learn to surrender to silence, to survive this gilded regret, what would they gain? What will they gain out on top of surrender to silence? A sacred vision. A sacred vision is what you will gain. Sacred vision, yeah. It says, choose to forgive in order to heal. You have to forgive this, honey, before you could heal yourself. See the light in all. That's the survival mode here. The light. Look at there. There's a moon here. Full moon. And then the thing about it is, this moon is shining so brightly, it's not dark. It's literally like it's casting of the light down upon them like a sun. But that's not the sun, honey. That's a moon. Illumination of things that are hidden. Right here is the same thing. The illumination of the things that are hidden. You don't see like that brightness of that light hitting the back of her head here? Right. Change is needed to survive, or going into survival mode. Define yourself and pull yourself together. Remember that love has no boundaries. Love has no boundaries. And literally, love has no boundaries. Because many people love differently. But the love that they're talking about here, this sacred vision, how do you see yourself, Pisces? Do you see yourself as someone that is sacred? You should, because you are a divine being. Or do you see yourself as just the average old Joe Blow? No purpose. You lack direction. When you have no purpose and you lack direction, those are the stars. On the head right here. And the star on the sleeve. Stars mean direction. Or wish granted, whatever you choose to, say. But me, I roll with a lack of direction. There's no direction here. Because you know what? If you had direction, why would those stars be upon your head and upon your shoulder and not inside, not in front of your face where you could see them? You wear them like jewelry. And for a person who knows what to look for, they can see straight through you and see it. But you're so emotionally transforming water sign, that I have learned to put on a certain front on the outside for other people, that I actually feel like hell within me. And I keep it pretty, so hell. But I really want to say the S word. Water sign. Yeah. So you come out the past and you adjust to this. Whether it be you clean, you know, you get cleansed, or you learn direction through meditation of silence, and then you start to see your divine self. That's what that say. So now we're moving on to downcast of pride. Come on, Pisces. Really? You know, well, I said we were facing our fears. I just finished air signs. The synchronicity with the air signs, that all the air signs at this point have an offer that is coming to them that is no good for them. And Pisces, you are the first water sign out. So I'm going to see if there's going to be any synchronicities between Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios as well. Because these are the things that we have to face to bring in a new year. Literally anew. And it's up to you to choose whether you want to face your fears and overcome them, or let them just hang like jewelry. Downcast of pride. Do you feel as if your sense of pride, you know, what's within you? Downcast. What's within you? I see this now. We're going back to this. Because see, look. These two cards, the first one and the second one, look at the similarities, please. Look at the crown upon your head here. Is another crown upon your head here. Where is the guidance? And now this is telling me you need to be rooted. Look at those roots. Seeing straight through you, literally. Come on, Pisces. Downcast of pride. Is this saying you need to learn how to stand up for yourself? I just told you, you make your outside look one way. That does not deflect what's within you. Here it is. Right here. Picture perfect. $20. 0 holds no value. So here is a 2. Know what choices? 2 represents choices. 2 also represents conversation. Debating. Pairs. The up, the down, the in, the out. Those are pairs. And guess what, honey? Your pair here does not match. Your face is one way, but within yourself, a whole nother ball game. And let's look at these moon phases. That's the new moon. New moon. The new moon cycles are about bringing things anew. New beginnings. New beginnings. 2. Choice. What are you choosing, Pisces? Are you choosing a new beginning? Or you saying the hell with it, I just keep putting on my damn mask around these people, even though the right person can see straight through you. And then here, there is a light shining on that side of her head. That light is illumination of the truth that you're not showing. Yeah, it's right there. Now, in this downcast of pride, the spiritual message here is angelic help. Hello, you have help. So let's look. 34 is the number here. That's a 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. You know what 7 is? A number of self-reflection. So now they're telling me that angelic help is on the way to help you with yourself. Because 7 is a number of self-reflection. So now you have a 2 and a 7. That's a 9. You know what a 9 is? 9 represents selflessness. Selflessness. Not being selfish. And because you are willing to accept that you are in downcast of pride, the universe is sending you help. Honestly, that's a blessing. Because now this is one fear that you don't have to worry about facing alone. You have help. Angelic help. And you know how you activate angelic help? You call on the angels. You have the angel of love, the angel of strength, the angel of balance. Like literally, you have angels that this is what they do. The angel of love comes in and shares love. It's the angel that holds love. The angel of love is not holding love for itself because it is divine. It comes in to share. But what if it only shares the love for those who ask for it? So if you're walking around here in the unknown with your little mask on and you don't know, how would you know to ask for love, the angel of love to come in and share love with you if you never heard of the angel of love? We're not talking about the community. You know, love, you know, to the world. No, honey. Literally, the angel of love. Just like there's an angel of balance, you have to call that angel of balance to come down and balance this out. That head with that inside. Because see, your head looks solid here. But that inside, transparent. We can see your emotions. We can see your inner workings. Water sign. Literally. Solid here. Water down here. Transparent. Your head is solid. But the inside, not so much. You have to call on the angel of strength. The angel of strength comes in and shares strength with you. Confidence, empowerment. Those are the things of strength. I just told you that 2 plus 7 means 9, selflessness. You can't be selfish and say, oh, I figure it out on my own, when they telling you that angelic help is here. I'm here being very informative. I'm here telling you what needs to change, why it needs to change, what you need to do to surrender, and what you will gain after surrendering. Plain and simple. Now what you choose to do with it is up to you. I'm not here to force anything on anyone. I'm just here to bring forth the message as I was told to do. So now that you know about the angel of love and the angel of strength and the angel of balance, who else is it? strength, balance, love. It's some more. But that's who you need to call on. Or call on Spirit One, the Divine Spirit. That are all those things in one. If I was you, why not call on both of them? The angels and spirit. To get your head and your heart together. Your head and your emotions. The head and your inner workings. Of how you feel. Water sign. You need a balance. Because so far it's head, heart. First one was about the head and the lack of direction. And them telling you need to go in survival mode. Now they're telling you need to align your head with your heart. And you have angelic help here. It's like we're piecing you back together. Piece by piece. Let's find out what needs to be surrendered. Spirit for Pisces. Clarify downcast the pride. Why they see themselves like this. It's not about other people looking down on you. It's about you looking down on you. Where's your confidence? Where is your pride? Literally. Spirit, clarify downcast the pride for Pisces. Now look. It is so many of these, Pisces, that I'm literally going to go through them and just give you the headers. But this is the one that popped onto my tablet for you. It says, surrender comparisons with other people. Now, when it say that, I don't know if you're trying to keep up with the Joneses or you trying to keep people satisfied. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let me read it. It says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. And right now, yourself has a problem. No alignment. How can you be headstrong but weak-hearted? Those two things, that's not a combination. You talk real big about wearing big boy drawers and big girl panties, but you are heartless. You make it sound real good. But when it comes to standing up for yourself, you don't even give yourself a pat on the back for having pride, because you down talk yourself. You have no heart. It says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. This card just literally painted the same image here. Your strength. Where's your pride? Attractiveness. That's that downcast you have. Power. That's pride. Now let's see what it says. It says surrender negative thinking. These are the cards that fell out together. This is what you need to learn how to. This is what you need to learn to surrender. Negative thinking. That's that downcast, the pride. That's what that pertains to. Surrender to receiving support and love. Guess what that is? That receiving support and love. Hello, angelic help. And didn't I tell you that I read colors too? Everything about this card and this card is purple. The purple skies by the purple bears with the white. The bears are white. That's power. Being filled of confidence for clarity. Because the white is the clarity, but the purple is the power. This card here, can you see purple? Purple. and white. And that is a bird. Birds represent messages. A pure message is coming to you. You know why a pure message is coming to you? Or pure help? Because that's an angel there with white wings. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Bird is the same. It's the angel that's here to help you, coming in the form of a bird, a message. Maybe this is the message you need to hear. This is the clarity or the purification surrounded by power, honey. That's purple. All right now. So surrender to receiving support and love. That's that help. But you have to surrender and allow it. Because if you don't and you reject it, you will what? Stay stuck. Support to the wisdom of your body. How does your body feel? Right now they telling me how it feel. It feel like this because you make it feel like that. Headstrong with no heart. Do it even make sense? Surrender to obsessive thinking. You know why you have this obsessive thinking here? Because you're headstrong. Even though there's no alignment, this is the only solid thing that you have at this point. So of course you're going to be obsessively thinking and overthinking, because that's the only thing that you have that's solid. So surrender to inner peace. You know what that inner peace is? This part, literally the inner workings, inner peace. Spirit something else, ain't it? Right? Because I don't know if it's a male or female, but surrender to procrastination. What is holding you back from aligning yourself, aligning your head strong, heart strong? And surrender to trust. You know why surrender to trust is here? For one, surrender to trust is here because, see, by you being so headstrong, you play mind games with yourself because you have no heart. So there is no logic and no emotion. Full of logic with no emotions. Full of logic but can't feel in your heart, within your heart. And surrender to trust also. Why you need to allow trust in? Because, honey, you have angelic help. I just told you that these two cards is number 9. Selflessness. It's time for you to start thinking of yourself so you can get this alignment here with the help of here. Pisces. Surrender. Let go of comparing yourself with other people, because you are not those people. And before you can attempt to, let me tell you something, that comparison there, that's negativity. Because you look at someone else and you say, oh man, they got their stuff together. Well, they got their self together. Well, instead of speaking that positive energy to them, you need to speak it to yourself. Okay? Now, Spirit, when Pisces learn to stop downcasting their pride, and they accept angelic help to stop comparing themselves with other people, what will they gain here? What will they gain, Pisces? The Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. What? Not expect miracles. Yeah. Leah told you so. It says, remember that only love is real. Love of who? The divines. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Spirit has your back. So never the hell with this. Never mind that. Who are those people? Because understand this. These same people who you comparing yourself with, you on the outside looking in. These people have more problems than you. They probably just know how to make it look better. Because see, you here, you make it look better on the surface. But that deep down in that depth of that darkness, water sign, Pisces. Whole nother ball game. If you want to see how deep I can go, step in my puddle. Don't look deep, do it. And then you step in it and your ass fall down 30 feet to the bottom of the depth flow of me. Play with me and see. Remember that only love is real. This is your love here. The winged wise ones, the divine beings, the angelic help. Why is love real? Because they are real. And they are real help. Miracles will occur naturally. Because you know why? I've told you who you need to call on. And for those that are facing this fear and getting this help, you will see a difference. Trust me. And when you see the difference, you will learn that this here is nothing but a show. Look at that person in that image. You don't see them people? All these feathers or colors coming from the head all over the face, green eyes. That is the distraction, Pisces. And it's so much a distraction, you will look at this image and never mind to these words, when you should be reading the words first, then going down to the picture. You don't see it? Look at the people. Look at the person. All those colors. Distraction. Hello. These people are nothing. That's why they say surrender to comparison with other people. Because they ass ain't got it together. Let it go. So now we're moving on over to Triumph of Lies. And you know what Triumph of Lies talk about? Technically, is the same as this. This right here that you just came out of. Now you have this. This talks about when other people are around, you dressing up to fit in and look to par. But when those people leave, then the show is over, that real true self come out. You know what that real true self is? Emptiness. That's what that means. And it is one. One you. One unit. Singular. One journey. but always one choice, one decision to make. Are you going to continue to stay here? Look at here. You dressing up. With the crown upon your damn head here. Big ass head. That's what that is. They just told you you had a big ass head right here. You said my head is solid. That's why you playing all those mental games. But right here, you can play whatever mental game you want to play. The truth is showing here, honey. You crown yourself in front of these people. Didn't they just tell you to hell with other people? And you still running around here, walking around here, putting on a show for people. But outside of the show and the clothes come off and the lights go out, you're empty within yourself. Pisces, please get over these feels. Don't take all this stuff into 2019. Because I will not be back with these facing the fears until the beginning of the year to find out who released what. And like I said, you're the first water sign out the gate. And I wanted you to pull through for us. Because air signs showed up and showed out. Not making it a competition, but I just like to keep up with things. But you, on the other hand, here you is. You wear black. You know, that represents the negativity and dark thoughts, the fears. That is the yin. In the balance, the negativity, the darkness. And here is the yang, the white, the positive. It sits to the side over there. The hell with the white. The hell with the light. I'm rocking the black. I'm rocking this negative shit. For these people. This show. The lights. But when it's all said and done, what lies underneath that? A skeleton crowned. The crown is for show, honey. It's part of the costume. I bet that crown it's not real. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Pisces. Now, this is clarified by the Shadow Queen. She comes from the dark to deliver a message. And we're going to find out what that message is. We're going to clarify the Shadow Queen. Or is it that she's coming in to tell you about the insecurities? Because she also represents insecurities. And this is a whole lot of insecurities right here. Now, let me look at this number. You have 1 for Triumph of Lies. And then the Shadow Queen is 16. That's 7. So 7 plus 1 is 8. You know what 8 is? Infinite. Infinite of whatever. But it also represents spiritual rebirth. And you need it. Just being real with you. Because you around here stuck in your head in the past. Now you around here playing mental games. Being headstrong with no heart. Now you putting on the show for people. Like you this and you that. And technically underneath that it ain't nothing. Now you know how I know it ain't nothing underneath. Because this card right here from the second one. It showed me that. Pisces. Your reading is flowing from one to the other. Your head in the first leads to your head in the second. Your heart in the second leads to your heart in the third. Your head is the logic. The heart is your emotion. So therefore, the Spirit lets me know that there's no balance for you. Now let's clarify this Shadow Queen here. My clarified deck. Spirit, clarify Shadow Queen for Pisces. But the second one, listen, here we go. You have the High Priestess pop out on top of Downcast of Pride. And let me show you something. She's Major Arcana number 2. This card also represents 2 because 0 has no value and it's 20. 2 2s. A 2 clarifying a 2. But what is she talking about? What does 2s talk about? Choices, decisions, or conversating. It takes 2 to conversate. Here's your 2. 1, 2. Or debating. She has her own idea. That's secret. And you right here in this picture, you're headstrong. You have your own idea. So now you two fight. Debate. She also represents pairs. The major pairs and the 2 pairs. What's hidden, what's out in the open. Spiritual, physical. It can be so many things of pairs. Right. But what a coincidence. Major Arcana number 2 falls out on top of your 2. 20. 2. So what it say? You have the High Priestess looking at Downcast of Pride. Now see, in previous videos I talked about 2018 being the year of the High Priestess. And so when you look at the video, because I advise you to look at the video because you learn so much. It talks about the High Priestess and the energy of the High Priestess. And see, the High Priestess is the ruler of the year of 2018. That's why we are having so many people stuck. Like 2 of Swords. She rules the 2s. She rules this year. Okay? People not being able to come to a mental placement where they can make a decision. 2 of Swords. You being mentally stuck. Then you have the 2 of Staffs and the 2 of Coins. People are juggling. And you have the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Coins, the 2 of Cups. You have a lot of these relationships, situationships, and twin flame journeys going on. It's because of her. Now you have her. She can keep your secret, or she can expose your secret. Those are pairs. Secret and exposure. See that? Now she is looking at you, Pisces, Downcast of Pride. What does she have to do with your Downcast of Pride? We gonna find out, okay? So now you have a whole nother set of cards here. And this card deck, the little set that jumped out, for the clarifiers, you have 3 of them. They fell exactly between Triumph of Lies and the Shadow Queen. This is where they landed. Right in the middle. So it says, Triumph of Lies. Is this talking about the insecurity part? Because see, the Shadow Queen, on one hand, she represents acquiring knowledge, what you need to know, right? But the flip side of that acquiring knowledge is insecurities here. See if you can see it. And let's not forget that the 7 is a number of self-reflection. You. She's coming in to give you some knowledge from the darkness. But now she also is here to clarify these insecurities. You see it? So, insecurities of triumph of lies is clarified by unfulfillment. 7 of coins. And see here, you see this blue beetle right here? That blue beetle represents a divine placement, honey. That's divine timing. That's divine guidance. That's divine protection. So if this is the divine, and you are so busy trying to balance out something that can never be balanced, because it's a 4 of coin on this side and a 3 of coin on this side, that tells me, coins automatically tell me it's about the physical and material realm. But you're trying to balance these things, right? And they can't be balanced because it's a 4 over here and a 3 over here. So where's the balance? Unless you make a 3.5 and 3.5, but who's going to really cut a coin in half? And see, upon your head here, there's a red veil, a red scarf there. Red represents blood, love, or defeat. And here you are being defeated, honey. Because you can't balance out everything. And you are so focused on trying to balance what cannot be balanced that you are literally overstepping the divines. So where does this okay, so this imbalance or this unfulfillment, what brings it forth? The 2, baby. Didn't I tell you she was going to come back and clarify herself? I just told you the 2, she's a major arcana number 2. The unfulfillment is gonna, this unfulfillment, this insecurity of you hiding behind a costume, the unfulfillment. Now this unfulfillment causes you to be indecisive. This is her show, honey. Yes. And wouldn't it be perfect that she's coming in about a mental situation? Because here in this mirror, dark mirror card, you are so headstrong, but you're heartless. That's why she's looking over there at you. Yep. You're so blinded that you don't even see the power, purple, you stand in. Ooh, sorry. Your feet is on green, solid ground. Green is abundance, prosperity, wealth. Green. And now you don't even, you can't even see that your skies around you are gray. Gray represents confusion. And that moon right there represents something that is hidden, that's causing the confusion. Now that dog represents loyalty. And if we are talking about major arcana number 2, the High Priestess, how loyal are you to yourself? I would ask how confident, because I really want to ask you, how confident are you? Because here you got all the confidence in the world, but she is either coming here to expose something about your head being so strong and your heart so weak, or she is coming in to keep a secret. Is she keeping a secret that you're heartless? High Priestess. She sits between the realm of the physical and the spiritual. See those pillars there? One represents the physical realm and the other one represents the spiritual realm. And she sits between. And you see that gray? That's also confusion. That's what she causes if she chooses. But she also represents enlightenment. See that yellow? Look at that moon upon her head. That's intuition and psychic insight and that. And see that white? That represents the clarity, purification. And she has on a white dress. She's pure. You know why she's pure? Because she's a virgin. That's how she got her power. And she's relaxed and calm in her blue robe. Yeah. So she's coming in to either expose a secret or keep a secret. But the unfulfillment, which is this insecurity, this insecurity, this unfulfillment of this insecurity that the Shadow Queen is here to tell you about, of this fake facade you putting on for people in yourself. When the lights go on, when the lights come on, you go to work. You hit that stage and you show out. Literally. Show out. This is unfulfilling. You know why it's unfulfilling? Because at the end of the day, you don't have a heart. You don't have a heart here. Because that's a skeleton. Skeletons don't have hearts. You just changing your damn clothes. And here, you don't have a heart either. Where your heart at? Let me see. Oh, no heart. So now you indecisive. But what are you indecisive about? The Queen of Coins? You know what the Queen of Coins stands for? She is a solid person. This is not solid. She is a whole person. This is not a whole person. She stands her ground in power. You see all that purple? She is also compassionate. Right here, there's no compassion because there is no heart. Right here, there's no compassion because there is no heart. Come on, Pisces. She stands in her power. She is solid because she is the queen of value. She is of divine value. Did I just not tell you that in the beginning? Divine value, when you start to see yourself, your real self, your true self, and you find direction, and you go into survival mode. That's what you opened the gate with. And all of these things I talked about in the first, remember I told you about the carryover? Literally, you've been carrying over, even in the clarification. So when I ask you, is she coming to expose a secret about you, or is she coming to keep a secret? She just came to expose a secret about you. And in order for her to bring it forth, the Shadow Queen had to come from the darkness and bring it forth. And what did she bring from the darkness? That light. What was the light? The exposure of you by the High Priestess. Now, when you learn to let go of all these things and see your true value, Pisces, you'll be winning then. There'll be no more shows for people. That's why this came up for you in the second row. And at the end of the day, when I look at all these cards and how they're laid, this is the overarching energy here. The main focus. Everything around it is about someone else. The someone else that is not you. You lost in your past. You headstrong, but you have no heart. Now you around here putting on a show for people. And when the people are gone and the show is over, your ass right back empty. You know why? Because you do it all for other people. Pisces, what is going on, baby? You have to learn to be true to yourself before you can be true to anybody else. That's why you stuck in the past. This is why you are playing mind games with yourself. You're headstrong, but you're heartless. It's all, you don't see it. You're putting on clothes, going through your everyday routine, but at the end of the day, you feel empty inside. Because the Shadow Queen just came here and told me you're unfulfilled. And this unfulfillment makes you second guess. What am I second guessing, Leo? Your value and your power. Plain and simple. Pisces, we got to get up out of this. This is not a good place to be. When you around here living your life for other people. And this right here, this sacred vision, sacred, spiritual, how you see yourself. Those are two twins there. This clarifies this same thing. It comes in the beginning of your reading and it finishes your reading. Same thing. Same thing. Let's just skip to this. When Pisces spirit learns how to stop living in the past and stop being headstrong and heartless and stop feeling empty, and they recognize their value, what will they gain? This is how it comes out. This card pops out on top of the sacred visions. And what is it? Heart awakening. Heart awakening. You want to know how I can clarify this without reading this first? Because here you're in the past. It's a mental thing. It's about the mental. You being stuck in your past. Now you take the mental, being headstrong, and it leads to you being heartless, right? So you got a head. Now you have a heart, right? What? No place for no heart. Then this comes in and say you have no heart, no head, no nothing. It's just a show. And then out of all these things I asked for, you would get heart awakening. When I say spirit, something else. Awakening to acceptance. Acceptance and divine love. What is acceptance? What is acceptance? This is acceptance because they are the same thing. Accepting your value. Accepting your divineness. Accepting your power. Pisces. Those things are acceptance. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, acceptance of angelic help. Acceptance of going in survival mode. Acceptance of accepting the silence. Yeah, and acceptance of expecting miracle. all these things are acceptance. All these things are acceptance. Is what need to be accepted. Okay? It says give and receive in balance. They just told us you had no balance. They just said you had no mental clarity. You comparing yourself to others, no balance. Because you are trying to balance yourself with other people, and these other people aren't even balanced themselves. Do it make sense, Pisces? And at the end of the day, all of these things here that are of positive manner and nature, all of these things, sacred visions, Queen of Coin, angelic help, winged wise ones, desert prince, survival, surrender to silence because you need the meditation at this time, and expect miracle. All of these things outweigh this one thing, this two things, and these three things. So it's in you. You have the power. You just have to learn how to surrender and release these things, this thing, because that's from the darkness. Even though it was a message, it's still a fear. She's coming from the darkness to deliver a message. And then on top of that, she came in so smooth because she had backup. Surrender all of this. Let it go. All of these things here. No good for you. No go, Pisces. No go. All the indecisions. All the unfulfillment. All the comparisons. All the secrets, whether they are being held or exposed. All the darkness. All the stuff that comes from within the dark. What comes from within the dark? These three fears. Just like that, Pisces. Listen. I am Leah with enlightened, knowledgeable, guided, informed, mystic, spiritual, or outside this physical world, physical realm, essentials, life path, life journeys, path of life. It's been a long day. Pisces, so far, honestly, you are the first sign that I have seen that requires more work than most. But if you want to bring in the year of 2019 in baggage free, negativity free, I suggest you get on these things. And even if you cannot let go of all these things, I would be happy to say that I am happy for you if you release one of these things, because these things are no good. You see that, you know. So until next time, take care and release, okay?